All right, let's get right into it. We all know large language models are incredibly powerful, right? But here's the catch. What happens when you need one to understand your specific world, your data? Well, customizing them or fine-tuning them has always been one of the biggest and, frankly, most expensive headaches in AI. Today, we're going to break down how that's all changing, and fast.
So let's just start with a number that ought to grab your attention. $2,340. That was the price tag for a single 18-hour training session just to get one model up to speed using the traditional method. Now imagine you've got multiple AI tasks to run. You can see how this just balloons into something totally unsustainable. So what's the fix?
Here's the game plan. First, we'll tackle why this is so tough to begin with, what we call the billion parameter problem. Then, we'll get into a much smarter approach called PEFT. We'll look at the main players in that space, do a deep dive on the clear winner, and then wrap up with why this has such a huge impact in the real world.
Okay, first up, the billion parameter problem. And honestly, this analogy is just perfect. Think of a pre-trained AI as a high-performance car engine right from the factory. Traditional customizing is like deciding you want a little more power, so you take the entire engine apart, piece by piece, and rebuild it from the ground up. It's just wildly inefficient.
And here's why it's so crazy. Traditional fine-tuning forces you to update every single parameter in the model, every weight, every little connection. For a model like GPT-2, and that's considered kind of medium size now, you're talking about over 774 million parameters you have to tweak, save, and keep track of. It's a total brute force approach, and it just eats up time and computing power.
So let's shift gears to a way more elegant solution. Instead of rebuilding that whole engine, what if you could just install a small, powerful tuning chip? That is the simple, brilliant idea behind parameter-efficient fine-tuning, or PEFT for short.
You know, the name really says it all. PFT techniques work by freezing that massive original model and then only training a tiny fraction of new parameters. It's like adding a small, specialized brain that guides the big model's behavior without having to change its core. And the results? They're absolutely incredible. First, let's talk money. You're looking at a cost reduction of around 90%. That $2,000 price tag we just saw, yeah, that drops to under $100. Second, time. You get a huge time savings of about 80%, so that 18-hour training job can now be knocked out in just a couple of hours. And here's the absolute kicker. You get all these massive savings while achieving quality that is nearly identical to the super expensive, time-consuming full fine-tune. Less cost, less time, same result. I mean, come on. This is why PEFT hasn't just been a game changer for huge companies. It's blowing the doors wide open for everyone.
Okay, so if PEFT is the answer, how does it actually work? Well, there are a few different flavors of it. Let's take a look at the 3 most popular contenders in the ring.
Now, this diagram here does a great job of showing how one of these methods, called prefix tuning, works. See the top half? That's old-school fine-tuning, where you have to make a whole new copy of that giant model for every single task. But look at the bottom. With prefix tuning, that big gray transformer model stays frozen, untouched. You only train that tiny, task-specific prefix that basically acts like a set of instructions, telling the model what to do.
So here's a quick rundown of the big 3. You've got prefix tuning, which we just saw. It adds these trainable virtual tokens at the beginning. Then there are adapters, which work by wedging tiny new networks in between the model's existing layers. But the one we're really going to focus on is LoRA. It works by adding these super small, trainable layers right next to the model's frozen ones, training only about 1.1 to 1% of the total parameters.
So which one actually comes out on top? This chart lays it all out. And the critical thing to see here is the trade-off. Sure, the full fine-tune gets the absolute highest accuracy at 95.1%, but look at LoRA. It's right on its heels at 94.2%, but it costs just $87 instead of over $2,000. It just hits that perfect sweet spot of cost, speed, and quality. It's a clear winner for most real-world applications.
So how do we get LoRA to work its magic? Well, to get these amazing results, you need to know how to tweak a few key settings. We call them hyperparameters. The best way to think of them is like the dials on a mixing board for your AI model.
But before we start turning those dials, we have to understand the tightrope we're walking. It's this fundamental balancing act between overfitting and underfitting. Overfitting is when your model basically memorizes your data so perfectly that it freaks out when it sees anything new. Underfitting is the opposite. It's too generic, it hasn't really learned enough. The whole goal is to find that perfect sweet spot right in the middle.
And these are the four most important dials you need to know. You've got the rank, which is kind of like the size of your upgrade. Then alpha, which is the strength of that upgrade. The learning rate controls the speed it learns at. And epochs is simply how many times it gets to practice on your data. Honestly, for most jobs, just starting with these recommended settings is the best way to hit that sweet spot.
Now, let's get into a slightly more technical but super important idea. How in the world do you train these things if you don't have a monster computer? Well, the answer is this really clever trick. It basically lets you get the results of a powerful computer, even on a smaller one, by just breaking down the work into smaller, more manageable chunks.
Then here's what that looks like. If you've got a massive GPU, you could process 32 examples all at once. Fast, but needs a lot of power. Or you could use a regular consumer graphics card, process just one example at a time, and just do that 32 times before you update the model. It's a little bit slower, sure, but it means you can get state-of-the-art results on hardware that's way more accessible. It opens the door for pretty much anyone to build custom AI.
Okay, so we've been down in the technical weeds. Let's zoom back out and talk about what this all really means. Why does any of this stuff matter? Well, it all comes down to some very big numbers.
And this chart just nails the real-world impact. Imagine a company that's maintaining 3 different AI tasks. The old way, full fine-tuning, would set them back over $100,000 a year. But by using PEFT with LoRA, that exact same workload costs them just $4,500. The difference is just staggering.
That is a 96% cost reduction. Let that sink in. This isn't just a small improvement. It completely rewrites the economics of building and deploying custom AI. And this isn't some abstract theory. Here's a quote from a head of AI at a real company. He said, "We were about to spend $80,000. LoRA delivered the same quality for $4,500. The savings funded 2 additional AI projects we didn't think we could afford." That's the real power here. It doesn't just save money, it literally unlocks innovation.
And that really brings us to the final thought. This is about so much more than just saving some cash. When the barrier to entry for building powerful, customized AI just plummets by 96%, it opens the floodgates for startups, for researchers, for small teams to build things that, until now, were only possible for the tech giants. So the real question I'll leave you with is, what new ideas will you bring to life?